Let's further discuss this now with Luciano Zaccara. He's an Iran and Gulf political analyst and joins me live now from Doha. Thank you so much for being with us on the program, Luciano. The two sides, they haven't sat at the negotiating table yet, but we're seeing disagreements from now. What do you expect from the upcoming meeting there in Oman? Are we going to see concrete measures taken?
Well, I think the only positive outcome we can expect, or the biggest outcome we can expect, is that there is going to be a second round. This is a preliminary meeting. As we keep hearing, they have no agreement about what they're going to discuss on how even is the format of the conversations. So the important thing is that the meeting has not been canceled and it's going to take place. And I think the most important thing is that at least they see each other to their faces and they set some basic guidelines about how the talks is going to be. So this is a talks about the talks. I don't expect that nothing will be discussed, nothing substantial will be discussed. And of course, the positions are very far from each other, what it could be included. But I think the most important thing that we are missing in this picture is we hear all the demands that the United States is asking Iran in terms of what they want to discuss and what they expect in every one of these conversations in the missile, nuclear, or proxy relations. But we don't hear what the United States is offering Iran to accept, at least to incorporate these topics to the table of negotiation. I think that the stick is very big with the fleet that is deployed in the Gulf, but there is no carrot, or at least the carrot is minimal, or at least it was not made public.
We're also hearing that Israel has moved up its security cabinet meeting ahead of this meeting because there are reports that they believe that things aren't going to go well as planned. How do you think Israel's positioning itself ahead of these talks, and how actively do you think it's trying to influence Washington's approach if the negotiations do collapse?
Well, with this same statement that you just mentioned, they are basically saying that they expect the conversation not to be successful, and therefore they want to be ready to react unilaterally, as they did in June, which provoked the derail of the conversation that they were taking place 2 days after the attack of Israel and the United States. The following round of negotiations in Oman were canceled because there was no point of conducting negotiations while there was an attack directly against Iran. So you can see the intentions of Israel here, that they don't want this conversation to be fruitful because at least what they claim is that none of the things that they are important for them, which is the relation with the proxies and the missile program, are a part of the conversations.
You mentioned the U.S. military buildup in the region. If the two sides don't give a green light to continue the talks, to continue the negotiations and move forward to something positive, what would the U.S.'s position be next? Would they attack Iran?
Well, hopefully it's not the case. Hopefully, even though we don't have a positive or very big positive outcome, which is the conclusion of a second round of conversations, I hope the Trump is giving more time to regional allies to convince Iran to come back to the table if there is the case that Iran doesn't want to give up anything. But that Trump is not taking an unilateral measure the day following the end of the conversations to attack Iran, as he keeps repeating. I don't think it's going to happen because so far, even though he has been claiming that United States will bomb Iran regardless of what happened, I think he's still open to conversation. He's still giving room for any kind of negotiation, track 2, track 1, or secret conversations that would drive to somewhere. Trump is someone that wants to make deals. He doesn't want to start the war, so he wants to reach an agreement. So I think he will exhaust all the options he has at this current moment, because I don't think there is another option right now for the American administration, considering that all the regional countries allies of the United States as well made clear that they don't want another war and they don't want to be contaminated by that war.
Indeed. Luciano Zaccara, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World and sharing that analysis with us.